in the spring of 2023 is off and running. Luke Weirman to draw for Maryland. Chase Mullins for Penn State. The visiting Nittany Lions in the blue get the first possession.
Yeah, Mullins wins it clean behind him to his wing. That is another area. You're going to hear that throughout our show today. Trying different matchups. This is an offense that John Hawes has done a great job with.
Malone turns a corner, fires and scores! T.J. Malone.
Missed all of last year with a leg injury. T.J. Malone, this is almost a carbon copy of the goal that he scored in our open. The video off of the restart, uses the pick, and just established his position against Makar. Look how he runs upfield, right there. Gets away from the potential.
There's 12 in the blue, getting a started attack today. Force feed to the inside. Rupel has the easy handle there. His outlet pass is on time for Zappatello.
Yeah, Ethan Long, mostly a feeding miss.
Against Sickler. Sickler muscling up, goal line extended. Quick cut inside. Whittier puts it away.
The second midfield unit for Maryland getting the job done. We talked about all the offensive personnel that the Terps lost. They also saw offensive coordinator Bobby Benson leave the program. Now the head coach at Providence, Jake Bernhardt, comes over from the University of Vermont. And this is just a great seal pick at the top of the box. Erksa gets a clean look. Beautiful pick at goal line extended. And then Whittier is able to take the pick up top.
Brother Matt, 22, on the top midfield. The bounce shot there, fought off by Rupel. Ryan Rupel claims the rebound. Freshman learning the clearing game at the Division I level. That has to be a challenge, but for John Tillman, he's seen Rupel do well with it on an outside heater. A buzz bomb from Kohler. It's 2-1 Maryland.
Maryland fans have grown to love that number 8 over the years, formerly worn by Roman Puglisi. And Kohler, the nephew of Brian Lucas, former Johns Hopkins Blue Jay. His brother, Jason, plays for the Delaware Blue Hens as an offensive midi. Eric says, I can get into the action too. Hangs out after clearing the ball. Early offense for the
all-time series numbers.
Isn't that crazy?
Penn State says it's 3-43 all-time against Maryland. Step down shot, score! Another wicked drive from Jack Trainer.
We are seeing the shooting prowess of Jack Trainer, number 16 in blue. We saw the extra man with time and space. And how about the spacing on this goal? Little two-man game behind the cage, and Trainer was open for a good 2 seconds before he was recognized by his brother Matt. Just like in the backyard, Joe. You get the... And Parnham. Won by Kelly. Game hero last week against Virginia, winning the overtime winner.
Spanos, inside roll, he scores! And he paid for it.
Spanos slow to get up. And this is signature Penn State defense. And Spanos now, Daniel Kelly. Spanos missed his freshman year due to a new knee injury. You can see that right knee, and Spanos looks like he might be a little concussed. I don't want to speculate, but great move. Look at him get his defender upfield, inside roll. Beautiful. Look how he shoves off with that left hand, but it's not a Ward. And then you see Posey coming.
He collects his faculties there on the sideline. This is the third time the game has been tied. It's 3-3 in the final minute of the opening quarter. CQ Stadium in College Park, Maryland, the venue today. Off this draw, Trainer going to the cage. He scores! Dante Trainer.
Juice goal for the Maryland Terrapins. You tie the game up, you lose a player, or what probably should have been a flag, a make it take it for the Maryland Terrapins, and the football player Dante Trader. How about the pickup from Geppert? And Trader, right down Route 1, is able to high-low it. How about the communication between Geppert and Weirman? Weirman flicks it to Geppert, great pickup. Full head of steam coming down.
Brennan off the short high. Gets to the alley and fires. Frassian able to fight that away.
Got Maryland with a 4-to-1 shot advantage here in the first almost 15 minutes of action.
Not a lot of time with which to work here. 7 seconds on the dead run. It's long with speed right on the cage. Rock attack, he scores! The officials say good goal.
Speed kills. And that is what defines Kyle Long's game. We've seen him running downhill so many times throughout his career. Short time, he's just going to take Grant Hoss inside. There's nothing fancy. It's just a speed dodge. Releases the ball before his feet hit the crease. Right here. Then he has the wherewithal to stay outside of the goal job. That Ohio State defense, Hudgens, Van Buren, and Snyder amongst the best in the conference.
They'll be challenged. Rutgers is scoring goals aplenty once more this season. Big Ten conference opener starting as Trader heats one up from deep. He scores! It trickled in off of Frassian. Trader has a multi-goal game.
This is critical time right now if you're Penn State. You were up 3-2, and in a matter of 2 minutes and change, you've seen Maryland score 4 straight, and a 1-goal lead has turned into a 3-goal hole. Weirman and Trader. Last time it was Geppert and Trader. Frassian.
And then you get fidgety and you jump.
Yeah, that's where you just have to show whistle discipline and try to play from behind. You know, maybe it's the first move, and then you give your counter, like you said, Joe, to try to muck it up and give your wings an opportunity.
On the extra man, it's Kelly with a burner to make it 5 straight goals for Maryland.
Kelly is a pure shooter. And there's nothing fancy about this. Number 45, it's just poor rotation from the Penn State man-down unit. 2 men playing 1 guy, and they lead 45-20
showdown when the Scarlet Knights battle the Buckeyes. Don't miss Big Ten men's lacrosse tomorrow, 7 Eastern, only on Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Maryland working quickly and efficiently. Another snapshot score from Kohler.
Worst case scenario for the Penn State Nittany Lions, you call the timeout, try to settle you guys down, get a possession, and instead it is the 4th short stick deep midfielder goal for the Maryland Terrapins. Look at Kohler just get inside of the defense. I mean, this is like an offensive rotation right here. Geppert to Maltz.
Or number 2 point man for the Nittany Lions in the first 7 games this season. Peden switched it for Matt Trainer. Isolating against the short stick. Skip it on through. Winkoff scores!
Penn State has shown they can score when they have the ball. So this 5-goal deficit, now 4, is not unattainable of coming back. Great vision by Matt Trainer. Skips it across the defense, and Winkoff, the Binghamton transfer, such a great goal scorer. Mostly an attackman in his time up north.
Has already cashed in on extra man for the Terps. He has the ball here, 45 in the white. They change the formation. Murphy fires, he scores! Oh, and Murphy stings another corner.
I mean, man down a lot of times is like a tight zone. It is a tight zone with good rotation. But like a zone defense, you're going to bait shooters and encourage them to take those long-range shots, thinking your goalie's going to come up with the big save. But Murphy You're going to give it to me? You're going to give it to me? I'm going to let it go.
Zapatello a little bit more quiet, you would say, than Makar, and it just seems like Maryland's defensive identity this year is the close defenders.
Absolutely. That's the strength. That's the experience that they return. And like most defenders, if you don't call their name a whole lot in the game, they're probably doing a pretty darn good job.
Red is out there now. Nick Red as a short stick defensive midfielder on the inside roll. Put away! Matt Trainer, and there is a flag down after the strike.
And this is kind of similar to what Spanos did, and he didn't get a flag. This time, Trainer, the inside roll, and then he gets walloped late. So we'll just see if this is dead ball or if it's going to be live action. But look at the strength of Matt Trainer. Lowers his shoulder, creates separation right here, boom, and then a step through. And then you're going to see Trainer come in high and late to the back of the head.
5-goal games for Matt this season against Lafayette and Yale. 5-2 Penn State, 5-2 Maryland. Big Ten Conference opening play in men's lacrosse. Off and running, Malone turns the corner. He scores. T.J. Malone beating a path to the net.
That's a way to turn in the hustle play to pay dirt. Malone so quick with that first step. And you could tell Makar was not happy with the communication here. He wanted to switch, I have to imagine, with his short stick. Donovan Lacey, it doesn't happen. Makar trips over the back of the cage. Malone shooting fish in a barrel. Goal would have gone askew or something. As long as that ball crosses the goal line, it's still a good score. Malone still got to hit the twine, but had that not happened, it still would have been a good goal. Kind of like hockey, you know, ball has to be, or the puck has to be entirely across that line.
Sneaky shot there, a beauty from Matt Costin. Here comes Penn State.
Nittany Lions, the sideline is feeling it. They've gotten a counter punch for Maryland's quick run. Two-man game behind. Again, poor communication between the shorties. Should I switch or should I stay? And it looks like there should have been a little bit of a switch there. And Penn State, maybe they have found a little bit of kryptonite behind the cage for the Maryland Terrapins, and that is the defense.
And the Nittany Lions can pull within one this trip.
And that's why you have two face-off men. I mean, most rosters have 5, but you change a style, change a pace, and Bond has done a terrific job in relief of Chase Mullen.
More in flips to Malone. Malone guarded by the All-American Makar, wearing the prestigious #1 jersey for the Terps. Stepping and firing to score! Jack Trainer! 4 unanswered for the Nittany Lions.
Penn State right now is feasting on the shorty matchups behind the cage. Look at Makar. He left Lacey on an island. He was not going to switch. He was not going to support. And Trainer just runs by 18 in white top and then a cutter across the crease. Look for Daniel Kelly, who's got range, or look for Urksa on a cut.
Brennan with Sickler back behind the goal. 14 seconds to play. Brennan and then Long. Long off the sweep. Drawing a double. Roll back, find the open man. Chorus is driving, scores! Jack Chorus.
Maryland elects to attack from up top. It's just a switch of the field, and really, the Penn State shorty just overruns Jack Chorus. Beautiful hitch by number 22 in white. Look at the switch right there. Sickler's momentum just carries him past Chorus, and you have to love the footwork of number 22 in white. Boop. Little hitch, gets to the center of the field, increases angle. Beautiful.
Rupel, though, made a key stop late in the second quarter to keep and preserve Maryland's lead.
Yeah, he really did. But at the end of the day, Brian Rupel, he's still a freshman, and he's played terrific. 3-1 record. saved the day for the Terps last weekend, but at the end of the day, he's still a freshman. And Penn State, they've got some guys who can bring it and sling it, and we'll see what adjustments each team makes to involving the short stick D middies.
Rupel, after a wild scramble, took the ball from Geppert. Now Kohler goes to the cage, and Frassian denies him the hat trick.
Yeah, and I think, not that Frassian didn't respect Trader and Kohler previous to them scoring 4 goals collectively against him, but he made sure to save that one.
Unsettled, they score. Jack Trainer has his 4th.
How poetic is this, Joe, to start off the second half? One of the reasons Maryland is winning is because of transition goals from their shorties. Jack Frassian, not happening this time. And is Penn State able to clear it? They get underneath the substitution game for the Terrapins. And who else? Number 16 from range, Jack Trainer, high to low.
Trainer had 3 different 4-goal games a season ago. He's got 4 today. Bond gets the draw, going right to the cage. Bounce shot kicked out of there by Rupel. The long rebound belongs to Lacey, and Maryland looks to run.
Another great save by Rupel. We're going to have a delayed flag. It's going to be a slash. Looked like Lacey took one to the kidney area.
Maryland about to go man up as Sickler kicks this ball loose. The slow whistle.
You got to pick it up if you're Penn State.
All the way to the sideline, and another
face-off. At least if Aldridge picked that up, you kill that initial opportunity, and Maryland just goes 6-on-5.
Brennan finds the front swinging chorus. He scores again.
Jack Korus, one of the better cutters in all of the country. Lacey, I think the penalty occurs when he's going up the field and he gets whacked in the back. And then again, Penn State unable to kill the initial flag down just to get it to 6-on-5. Korus scores. And so
into the alley against Lacey. Rolling in, snapshot kicked out of there by Rupel. And the rebound to Makar. Zappatello against Malone. Floated over the top, Peden fires. Rupel locked in there. Comes up with a nice outlet pass to midfield.
It's the lack of discipline that Jeff Tambroni talked to us about at halftime. Self-inflicted wounds.
Urksa lost the handle. And away comes Sweeney for Penn State. Matt Trainer, attacked there by Makar. Makar stays right there, and now slides over and shifts to Malone. That snapshot just fought off there. Brennan marked well. Maltz at the stick length of Posey. Shot clock's at 22.
And Maltz has been neutralized today by Posey, which is what he does to opposing attackmen.
Brennan turns, he's stuffed by Frassian.
Again, good save, clean save. No rebounds given up by Frassian.
For Big Ten men's play in 2023. Zach Whittier racing in off the sideline with Long. Long, an igniter for this team. Bounce shot, score! Kyle Long gets his 2nd of the day.
It was almost 18-minute scoring drought for both ball clubs. Maryland extends their bulge to 3. Look at the speed. The hesitation dodge, the bouncer using the earth. Kyle Long, beautiful shot. Maryland up 12-9. I might revisit that right here.
Jack Trainer on the throwback to his brother Matt. Move it up top to Costin. No shooting lane there. Malone against the shorty. Fires Rupel. Shrugged it aside. Racing out of the cage now. The freshman comes up with a ground ball and gets help on the clear with the Colin Burleys.
Great save by Rupel, and then you see his athleticism out of the cage, tracking down that ground ball. Maryland has really tightened things up defensively. Trainer, when he wasn't even able to think about the
top 10 showdown in College Park today. Murphy finds Whittier. Bumped off by Hawes. Inside feed, score! Beautiful passing play for Chorus.
Hat trick for Jack Chorus. He's terrific off ball. And Maryland with excellent execution. The execution that Penn State didn't have on one end of the field with the extra man, Maryland does. Chorus just sneaking around the cage, right-handed, sticks it. Maryland now up by 4. They beat Yale. So this is a team that's in a good spot to compete for a Big Ten championship.
Luke Weirman coming up with another ground ball. We've mentioned his 500 face-off wins. He's now top 3 in ground balls at this institution on a sneak to score. Penn State chipping away now, not put to bed yet. It's a 3-goal deficit.
This game is not over by any stretch of the imagination, but it will be a challenge for the Nittany Lions. They take advantage of the timeout. Not really sure what happened here. I see red, his stick breaks. So he's got to go out of the game. That leaves Colin Burles on an island. And he can't guard 2 guys at the same time. Winkoff smartly comes around. Maryland did a great job of milking 1 minute 20 seconds off that clock.
Sweeney avoids the ride. Hands it off to Hawes. Hawes and the Nittany Lions have to work quickly now. Malone on the sprint sweep. That's fired right to Rupel. A relatively easy stop there for the freshman netminder. And Maryland now can run and hide with Makar at the midline. Finding the open Kohler. Under a minute to go.
And we've got a flag down. It will be a slash on Malone. I was a little surprised out of the timeout that Penn State didn't double the ball and then leave the crease vacant as they're doing right now. Empty net.
Towards the cage. Took a tough test from Penn State, but passed with flying colors. The Terps, a 13-10 victor in this top 10 clash.
Terrific game. Frenetic pace in the first half. Both teams settled down in the second half. When Maryland needed to make the plays, they did. They pocket the all-important lid opener in the season.
For Mark, for everybody in our crew, Joe Beninati, thanks so much for your time. Maryland wins this one 13-10. We send you to Ann Arbor, joining Dean Linke and Jesse Schwartzman for Hopkins, Michigan.